Hello everyone, xHedra here bringing you episode 5 of Galactic Science, a mud pack by Caitlin. So this episode is going to be the Minechem episode. We're going to do a lot of Minechem crafting. And I want a couple of barrels first. So let me grab 2 stacks of this and let's just make 12 more barrel, the Jabba barrel kind. So I'm going to make, I already have 7. Oh, let's just make the 7 that I have left in chest and this. So like this. Oh, before I forget, in the last episode, I was breaking down some ores in that corner and I ended up losing 1 iron, which was a really big derp. It flew around and it was right here. And when I came around and did put things in the barrel, I didn't notice it. But as I was rewatching my video, you should have heard my scream. I was like, no, my iron's just there. So that was a sad moment. So I'm going to need some barrel, and I want to process all of the iron that I have right now because, I saved for all those resources to be able to move things forward. So I might as well be using them. Oh, wow, a fallen meteor. That's a good one. So let's grab that right now and get this. And these spiders are annoying. We're on the moon, we're not supposed to hear anything, but I guess the spiders are something you can always hear. So I'm just going to put all of this down here and then all of the iron. I'm going to process all that and then we're going to hardcore get into Minechem. I want to try and complete most of the Minechem quests. And if you guys are not new to my channel, one of my style is making sure that I have all of the material beforehand. And I usually do a little something where in before I'm going to pause on the screen where I'm going to show you all of the material that we're going to get. In this case, we're going to be getting it together. So it's just to help you prepare in advance. And it's a lot of material. Let me tell you in advance, we're going to need a lot of material. So 23 iron. Now let's do this. 9 aluminum. Oh, not this. And let's put it down again. I'm trying to stay in a corner to make sure that in a corner where there's nothing else so that when I look at it, I'm going to see my resource ASAP. I don't want to be in a situation like last time where I have resource that flew off and I don't see them because I don't want to lose any more material. And today we're going also to talk about exploits, or is it part of the game? Because with Minechem, there are so many things you can do. And I remember when I'm not doing a YouTube series, I'm using every possible exploit that I can in a game because I'm usually a lazy person. But when I'm doing a YouTube series, I want to try and keep it so that it's things that everyone's comfortable doing. The thing with Minechem is that it opens so many possibilities that it's hard to say what's an exploit and what's not an exploit. I'm just going to go upstairs and I'm going to start cooking these. So let me get some coal and transform it into fuel pellet. Put it in here, grab this and start my iron. And I'm going to get rid of these extra powder for the time being. I don't really need them. And now we're going to go and start playing with Minechem. I'm probably also going to make myself 1 dump chest because I'm going to want to have as free of an inventory as possible while I'm doing the Minechem stuff. And before I forget, let me start some recharging of oxygen because it's really my type of thing where I will get into Minechem so hard that I will forget everything that's going on around me. So my decomposer is here, which is not a super nice position. Like everything's too cramped, and I'm going to want to fix that pretty soon. So don't look at how ugly the setup is going to be, but I'm basically going to need I'm going to need oxygen that's going to be here, hydrogen that's going to be here, I'm going to need some carbon that's going to be here, and I'm going to need some nitrogen and sulfur, but I don't really need barrels for the nitrogen and sulfur. And I have a dump chest here already, so I don't know why I would make another dump chest. Let me just check. My sticks are getting pretty low, so let me refuel my stick because I don't want my trees to stop being harvested. We need wood, and a ton of wood, and it's going to become even more apparent today. Okay, so let me put all of this away. like so. I don't need this. I'm going to keep an axe on me because if there's a mob, having an axe is probably going to be a very good idea. And oh, one thing that I forgot, we're going to need a lot of power. So before we do this, let me grab 3 aluminum ingot, 3 redstone, and I'm going to grab the furnace, even though I'm going to need more than 1 furnace. I'm going to grab that. I'm going to grab these 3 and a stack of this and a stack of cobblestone. Hopefully I have some stone upstairs, because if I don't have stone upstairs, I'm going to have to cook some, which is not something I wanted to waste time on. Yeah, I have some here. So what we're going to do quickly is we're going to make 3 Stirling Generator because I want more power, and I already explained to you in the last episode where they were going to be. So we need 3 furnace, and let's just search for Stirling so that you guys can see the recipe too. So for the Stirling, we need a furnace, a piston, 2 basic gear, and 5 bricks. So let's make the 5 bricks right now. 4, 8, 12, and they're all missing 1, so with 16 we're going to be good. And for the cobblestone, we're going to need some stick. Let's make some more stick. Whatever extra stick we have, we can always dump, so it's not a problem. Let's make these, and I'm going to use the shift click because it's easier. So I need 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I need, I think I can just make, oh no, I need my piston. I'm going to shift click the piston also in, and I'm going to use the aluminum recipe. And you know what? Let me go downstairs and grab some material, because I'm going to make 1 extra piston, because I'm going to keep it to show you what I was talking about when I was talking about exploit. So now for my piston, I need to do this and that, and I need the redstone right here. And I just want you to notice that I'm making all of the piston with aluminum. Okay, so that's important. We'll get back to that afterward. And I'm going to use 3 piston and 3 furnace and 6 basic gear and this, and we're going to get our 3 extra Stirling Generator. 1 that we're going to put here, and 1 that we're going to put here, and 1 that we're going to put here, but there's not going to be any hydrogen in it. Or do I have enough? Oh yeah, I have exactly 4, so I have enough. So let me grab some obsidian, because I'm going to need to make some glass pane, which means I'm going to need some silicon dioxide. And let's stop breaking. Oh, how much H do I have? I have 26 stack of H. So let me just turn that off for a moment, and let's wait for the water to disappear. And now let's break down all of this, and all this is breaking down. Let's just make sure that we're continuing our cocoa production, because the cocoa is what gives us the nitrogen. And I have to say thank you, Creator 8. I really never saw that. I was doing all of my nitrogen with the strings, which means I had always had like big fields of trees being infested in my old playthrough, which is a lot more trouble than just making these cocoa beans. This is like one of the most powerful tip in the game to date, I think. So my obsidian should be done breaking down, and now I'm going to put this cocoa bean to break down, because we're going to need a lot of nitrogen. We're also going to need some sulfur, and sulfur, the best way I found to get some is from gunpowder, so we're going to break down 4 gunpowder. I'm going to start dumping the magnesium oxide here, because we're probably going to produce a lot and I don't want to be stuck with it. So let's go back here, and let's, you know what, we're going to take the machine away from there, because I want to make everything easier. And I didn't take my stupid pickaxe. I should have kept that on me. Perfect. So let's grab that. I'm going to grab this machine and bring it closer. And I'm also going to grab the microscope, because as you guys know, we're going to be making the book. I'm going to need 3 papers. I'm going to grab that for the paper. Oh, do I have 1? No, 86%. It's getting close, but it's still not there. So perfect. I don't need any of this. I need the microscope, which is nice in this place, but I want it closer to be able to work with it, because you're going to see it's so much more important than I thought in the first place. So we're going to put down the chemical synthesizer right here so it can get powered, and things are getting stupid cramped, but like I said, this is temporary, and I'm going to put the microscope here. So now we're going to be ready to start, I think. N4, and so N4 times 10 is 40, so that's going to be enough enough nitrogen. I should stop calling it N. So I'm just going to do like I told you, and here you can see all of the material we're going to need. We're going to need the 3 sugarcane, the 4 gunpowder, and from that, I'm going to grab 681 carbon, so 11 stack, 924 hydrogen, so 14.5 stacks, 78 nitrogen, so 1.2 stack, and 176 oxygen, so 2.75 stacks, and 6 sulfur. And now that I just look at the number, clearly I'm not going to have enough nitrogen, so I'm going to need to harvest some of that, but we need to produce all of the rest of the material anyway, so we're going to be able to continue getting our nitrogen in the meantime. And I should have put that on the ground as a line. It would have been easier than in height. But as part of my base rearrangement, that's where it's going to happen. Oh, wow. Did you guys see that? 8 of them, and I didn't get a single nitrogen, thing that gives me nitrogen. So that's not good. Let's break down the gunpowder. The gunpowder is absolute. So I'm getting the sulfur that I need, and I'm getting 8 when I needed 6. So let me grab the sulfur and put it right there. And this I'm going to move aside. I don't need. This is going to get me more carbon, more carbon, more carbon. So the carbon, I told you I needed 10.6 stack. Because of what I'm breaking down, it's really not an issue. In the meantime, while we're waiting for this to break down, let's create our paper. And let's get rid of the rest in the dump chest, like I said. So I'm going to keep the piston for my explanation. No, I'm going to use that after this episode. And I'm going to get rid of the calcium carbonate because I don't need it. Okay, and let's dump this right here. And while we're waiting, oh, did it finish decomposing? Nope, let's put some more in. And while we're waiting for this to finish, let's start making our glass pane. So like this, we're going to make 4 glass pane, 2, 3, 4. And I'm not going to keep anything in here because I'm going to need so much resource in there that it's going to be easier like that. Let's dump all of this here and let's build our like this. We're building some more relocator. So 4 more relocator, which means I'm going to be able to put down one right here. And now I'm powering up also these 2. Should be filled with H. Filled with H. Hello. I don't know why it wasn't getting there yet. So let me check here, and this is decomposing beautifully, and already you can see I'm getting a ton of carbon. So carbon will probably not be a problem. I'm going to start putting them here so I can count the stacks, and I'm at 7.6 stack. I need 10.6 stacks, I told you. And this, I have plenty enough stacks, so that's not a problem. And this is still decomposing some more carbon. While I'm waiting for that, let's harvest this for more nitrogen. And this one and that one. Hopefully we're going to get a bit more lucky because the last one, the fact that we got none of them, that was really, really random and bad. And while we're waiting for this, let's get some more obsidian. And still 14. Is this a power problem? No, it's being powered like it's at 80% and it's going up. So that's not the problem. This is also going to give me more carbon and more oxygen, and it's just breaking down a bit slow. So now I'm going to put 11, and hopefully in the 11 we're going to get some more nitrogen. Like I said, we need 78 nitrogen. So please be lucky. Finally. So still not enough, I think, but closer. 52, 56, 60. So close yet so far. And do I have any more ready here? Nope. So we're going to have to wait some more. But while we're waiting some more, we can start looking at the quest that we're going to complete. So let's go in here. Oh, more power. I did the Stirling Generator. So the Stirling Generator gives me charcoal, some carbon, and reward bag. You guys know what I'm going to pick. A reward bag. We just made tons of carbon. And what... I wanted to right-click the bag. Let's right-click the bag. Ooh, a spawn creeper. Useless. Anyway, So while we're waiting, I'm just going to make the chest a bit bigger because, you know, I don't like having so much stuff on me again, and I just want to dump everything. This time lapse this time is going to be more about rearranging the base a little bit and making it a bit smarter. So this is still breaking down stuff, and it's being powered slowly because I'm using most of the power for these operation right now. Oh, I hate when I click the recipe. This clicks the recipe, but it reappears in. You just have to leave the window and come back. So another one right here, another one right here. And 11 gave us 20 more, so another 11 should be good, hopefully. Or we get more lucky, that's just 3. That's not good. So I'm just going to see if we get lucky with the 3, and we got another 4, so that's 64. So slowly getting there, not perfect, but slowly getting there. I'm still going to decompose this, grab all of the carbon, and I think that's going to bring us to the right amount of carbon. 14 stacks. So yeah, we're good with the carbon. We have enough of the carbon, and I've got 1 nitrogen here. I don't know why. Oh, 64 nitrogen. Probably I clicked it by mistake. So I don't know why I got excited. It's still not enough. It's 64 plus 1. So is this working? We're going to go upstairs to start cooking the aluminum dust that we have. And while we're cooking the aluminum dust, we're going to grab some, what's it called, some bone meal. And just start bone mealing this because I don't want to wait. We're ready to start making all of our Minechem stuff. So this, just all of the one that's going to use 1. I'm going to make this. Oh, let me do the whole tree. I have the bone meal anyway, and I just want to make this faster. And now with the quantity I'm going to get, there's no way I won't get my nitrogen. Come on. If I'm not getting my nitrogen, I'm going to get a little bit frustrated. But I'm going to make a major setup for this. Like, it's too important, the nitrogen, and being able to get it when we need it is going to be genius. We're going to have to find some way of automating this though, but I've never figured out a way of harvesting cocoa bean. I don't know if progressive automation, not the chopper, the, what's it called, the one that you use for farming, I don't know if it works for this. So perfect, let's put the 40 in, and for sure we're going to get what we need. There's no way. Yeah, just look at it going. We got 21, so we got 50%, which is really good. And we're not going to break out the tannic acid nor the glucose because we don't really need it. But now that we have all the nitrogen that we need, let's start looking at the quest, just like I said last time. I was bad at math. So the next one we want to make is Breaking Bad. Methamphetamine. Oh, sorry, I completely forgot. We want to make the book first. So first we need to make the keratin. And I'm going to make a way more of the keratin stuff than I need to. For a simple reason, I want to keep all of the step of the process, because we're going to make more leather in the future, to make sure that we're going to record every step. So we're going to need 87 carbon. I have that on me. We're going to need 177 oxygen. So that's about 128. Let's grab 4 stack to make sure. We're going to need my nitrogen, my oxygen, and my sulfur. The oxygen, I'm going to need 1 stack. And we're going to see if I control all of this in here. Sulfur, nitrogen. Yeah, I control everything in here. So let's look at the keratin. I already know all of the recipes because I noted them. So keratin is this big complicated thing, which is actually the composition of multiple things. So we're going to make at least 2 keratin. So we're going to need to make some 6 309. We're going to make 9 proline and 6 cysteine. So let's start with the cysteine. And the reason I'm doing it in this order is because of what they use. So it's C3H7 1N 2O 1S. So C3 1 2 3 H7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1N 2O 1 2 and 1S. And this we want 6 of. 1 2 3 4 5 6, and I'm going to put them here and remove the sulfur. So now the reason I did this first is that the next step, we're going to do the 309. And the reason we're going to do the 309 now is that 1 extra C, 2 extra H, 1 extra O. So basically removes this 1 extra C, 2 extra H, and 1 extra O. So I just like how it's easier this way. And we're going to make 6 of these. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to put here. And now we need to make the pro line. And the pro line is that we're going to need to change something. But it's H9, which we already have, and 1. And we're going to need to bring the C to 5 and the O down to 2. So 1, remove the O, 1, 2. And we've got it. So this we need 9. So let's make all 9. And the reason I did that, now I'm going to set them here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I'm going to use a cysteine, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm keeping 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I can make 2 keratine. Huh? 2, oh, I didn't click the third one, sorry. So 2 keratine. And the reason I did 2 keratine is that then I'm going to use 1 keratine in the center here to get leather. So now I have my leather right here and my 3 paper right there, and I can make a book. And I need 1 glass now, so I put everything here. Whoa, 2 stacks, that's not what I wanted. Let's make 1 glass, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. And I'm going to get 1 glass because that's how you make the Chemist's Journal. I'm going to flush that recipe and put that back here. And we're going to get our Chemist's Journal, 1 book, 1 glass in the Chemist's Journal. So, Chemist's Journal. Use this journal to keep notes of all the scientific discovery you make. There's a slot in the Microscope for the journal. When inspecting an item, the recipe will be recorded to your journal. Discovered recipes will be shown on the left. Click on an item to activate the recipe. Place the journal in the synthesis machine. An active recipe will be automatically loaded. So let's put this right here. And if we do this and put it in the Microscope, it now recorded this recipe that is made from 1 keratin. And if I put the keratin in, it now recorded this recipe. If I put the, oh, not the glucose, that's, well, I'm going to record everything in case I need it. So I might as well put these in. I'm going to record the obsidian. There's nothing for the obsidian. You can't make the obsidian. So now I want the threonine. Then I want the cysteine. Oh, cysteine. And then I want the proline. And I did this, let me put an iron, so I can start recording everything. Did I do the keratin? Yes, I did. Perfect. So now, here's how you use it. I'm going to make an extra keratin. I need to grab the book though. So how do you make keratin? Well, you saw, we put the recipe here. Or I come in here and I say, keratin, give me the recipe for keratin. You click on it, throw the book in here and it tells you to do that. And then you put whatever material you need. Et voila, you get a keratin. And for the keratin to leather, that's a very simple recipe. But you can also do the same thing. Choose it, put it in there, and then create whatever you need. So that's why we wanted the Chemist's Journal. Because whatever we're going to start creating, I want to record because I don't want to have to go through the whole recipe process again. So now we want to make methamphetamine. To make methamphetamine, and we need 5, we're going to need 50 carbon, 75 hydrogen, and 25 nitrogen. So I have enough hydrogen in here, I have enough carbon, I have enough nitrogen, so let's just put the recipe in. It's 10 carbon, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I forgot to look it up. Let me just look it up with you guys because I already did in my other playthrough for my preparation. So it's 10 carbon, 15 hydrogen, and 1 nitrogen. So 1 nitrogen right here, and 15... Can I click it? Yeah, it worked this time. So I'm going to make 1, and then I can go here, put the book, record it, done, voila. And now if I do this and I do the methamphetamine and remove the recipe from here and throw the book in, voila. So now I can create my 5, 3, 4, and those are my 5, which means 1 quest completed. And I'm going to grab the gold because the calcium carbonate is pretty easy to make and gold is really harder to get. So now we get 4 iron and 4 gold. Let's make these right now. I always like making them when I get them because I need the resource. Oh, I have to remove the journal first. I forgot that. So this is going to give me 4 gold, and then this, no, this is going to give me 4 iron, like so. Wait, okay, 4 gold. It just recorded weird. Perfect. Next step, next quest. So we had already completed this because we had 10 ender pearl, which gives us magnesium carbonate, which is a way of getting carbonate. I'm going to choose the middle reward bag. Let's look at what a spawn pole. Couldn't care less. Couldn't care less. So let's put this in here. Let's keep the methamphetamine on me, and let's look at the next thing. The next thing we want to make is, now we have multiple choice. Oh, I didn't read that one. So diamonds and pearls. Well, we already have diamonds, but the moon seemed to be lacking endermen. Maybe you should put something together. And basically that was the follow-up quest to that, but I didn't wait to complete that one because I wanted to get the ender pearl quickly. And these, the silicon, we already found a way of making it, so we didn't really need it. So the next quests are these here. So all the drugs. Well, if we made meth, we might as well make cocaine to go with it. And it wants 32 cocaine. But it gives us some great reward. A Stirling Generator or hydrogen, which is useless, or carbon nanotube. And I really strongly recommend that you pick the carbon nanotube. And if you see it give us 10 methamphetamine, I didn't notice that. Okay, but it's after we made it. I was going to say we could get this first, but no. We're going to grab the carbon nanotube because we're going to get 10 plus 10, and it's super useful. You're going to see why. So all the drugs, let's make the cocaine. And the cocaine, man, that's an expensive recipe. The cocaine, let's look at how it's made. And I can't believe we're making so many drugs. It's crazy. Cocaine. So the cocaine is made out of 17 carbon, 21 hydrogen, 1 nitrogen, and 4 oxygen. So let's set that recipe. 1 nitrogen, 4 oxygen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 17 carbon, 16, 17, and 21 H, I think. So 4, 8, 5, 9, 13, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And we can make our first cocaine, which we can record into the book. Always record everything now, guys. That's really an important thing. Because these recipes, the next time you want to make it, you don't want to have the annoying of oh, I didn't choose it first. Let's choose it, and it's the cocaine, and let's put it in. So let's make as many as we can. So that's 2. Let's grab some carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4 stack, and throw these 1, 2, 3, 4, well, 5 stack. And let's grab a couple of stack of H, hydrogen, and let's put this in. So max, HH, max. What am I running out of now? I have carbon, I have oxygen. Let's grab a couple of stack of oxygen. And I gave you all the quantities in the beginning. Now I'm just clicking them in because I want to complete this as fast as possible. 24, oh, sorry. So now I'm out of, I have oxygen, hydrogen, not enough hydrogen. I have 2 more stacks in here. Let's create some more. I'm at 30. So what am I out now? Oxygen, hydrogen again. 2 more stack of hydrogen. And now 30, 31, 32. I don't want to make more than I need to because everything's expensive and I want to keep my material for my recipe. So this is now completed, and like I told you, I'm going to grab the carbon nanotube. I'm going to go pick up my book and immediately record carbon nanotube. Oh, not this. This is already recorded. I mean carbon nanotube. And if you guys saw what carbon nanotube is, it's a super expensive carbon recipe. It's 256 carbon like this. So let's put the book in here. I'm going to remove all of this because we don't need any of this in here. I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to keep the nitrogen safely in here for now. Nitrogen, nitrogen. Let's put all of the carbon. And let's look at the quest book for the next recipe. So Sand of Mine wants us to create 20 sand. I think I'd already created some sand. Let me go look upstairs, because if I already have sand upstairs, you know how expensive it is. It's 1 obsidian each. I want to grab the ones that I have already. And no, I don't have a single sand. So I'm going to need to break up obsidian to get sand. So let's make the transformation and let's grab some obsidian. So I'm going to go in here and go right click until I get 18, I think. because that's already 1, and I have 2 stacks, so that's 4, that's 8, that's 9, that's that's 20, so I should be good. I'm going to start decomposing this. I'm going to grab these two stacks, and I'm going to make 1 sand, and I'm going to record the recipe because I don't want to have to do this again next time. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 3 4. Ugh, I made too many of these. No! Oh god, I almost made the wrong thing. It's 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Perfect. 1 sand. Let's go record it in the book ASAP so that we don't have to click all of this again next time. Perfect. And now let's make the 20 sand that we want. So nitrogen, nitrogen, that's 9, and we should have enough nitrogen in here to make the rest. Let's put this, and let's continue. So that's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Exactly 20. So that's another quest completed. We get a depleted nether star and a reward bag. I'm going to pick the left one. The depleted nether star, super important. We're going to talk about it in a later episode. And a spawn enderman. Don't care. Let's go get rid of this magnesium oxide right now. I don't really need the potassium on me. Let's get rid of that. And look at the next quest. The next quest is carrots are good for you. It gets a bit dark on the moon. Maybe you should try eating carrots, or even better, drinking pure carrot juice. So it wants 10, what's it called? Let me check the recipe. Keratin? No, it's not keratin. Let me go check. I'll grab 1 carrot. I'll grab half a stack of bone meal. I'll grab 1 dirt, and we'll just make that. Oh, I don't have dirt. Great. Just need to go make some dirt, which shouldn't take long because we have cellulose somewhere up. No? I thought we had cellulose somewhere. Maybe it was already in the chest. Nope. So we're going to need to make some cellulose, but let's make some right now. Shouldn't be too long. Boom. And give me a lot of cellulose, it seems. Oh, we got 1 stack. That's enough. Okay, and right here, we already know that dirt is... no, not here. What's the dirt? It's here. No. Let me just search it. I press R on cellulose because, again, it's too hard to figure out where it is, and dirt is... Hello. I passed it probably. Let's just search for dirt. It's going to be so much simpler. And you make dirt using... Oh. 1 silicon dioxide. I'm so derp. I thought for sure it was cellulose. Oh well, now we got some cellulose for something else if we want to. Okay, let's go here and let's make 1 dirt. I'm going to make 2. Might as well. And I'm going to make a pane. And the reason I'm going to make a pane is that I want to record that recipe. And I'm also going to make 1 gravel because while I'm at it, now it's all about recording recipe, honestly. You want to start recording every recipe that you get. Let's put the silicon dioxide in here and let's start recording these recipes. So sand, get me that, and the dirt, get me that, and the glass pane, and the gravel. Oh, I love this book. This is really something that's great. Gonna get rid of this, get rid of that, get rid of the sand for now. Let's go put these down. We're gonna put them down with the rest of the farm, and we're just going to bone meal carrots until I get my 10 carrots. Is this finally... Oh, yes, an ender pearl. So that's good. And I actually need a hoe. I didn't think about that. I'm going to put that down here. I'm going to also grab 1 of these seeds. I might as well start making other stuff at the same time. And I just make a wooden hoe just quickly. So this, break down, give me the stick, put this here. Very basic hoe, and let's go. Oh this and oh that. In this one we're going to put this seed, and in that one we're going to put the carrot. Let's put back the ender lily seed because we need ender pearl like crazy in this game. And let's grab some carrots. They're flying out in the air. Where are the other carrots? So I'm just going to try and stay on top of it. I should have 10, yeah, 12, so I'm good. Let's go downstairs and let's decompose. I'm going to decompose all 12 because you're going to see, I kind of like this. We're going to decompose the keratin, like so. Retinol, sorry. I keep calling it keratin, but it's retinol. We needed the 10 retinol, so this quest is completed. Carrot juice. It gets a bit dark on the moon, so that's why you need the carrot juice. And we get a reward of 5 reward bag, 10 gold, or 10 carbon nanotube. And I want to take the 10 gold or the 10 carbon nanotube, but, reward bag must come first. So hopefully they're going to be good reward bag. 128. A spawn creeper, 10 can of food, a spawn enderman. Okay, so the crap. Those are really, really crap. I'm kind of sad about that. And the food. Oh, well, I can keep the food on me because I might as well eat. If it's providing me food, let me get the food. Perfect. And let's throw this in here. And let's show all of the retinol but one. And I'm going to show you what the retinol does. Let me go upstairs. And is it night or day right now? Oh, it's day. Oh, let's just drink one anyway. So you drink the retinol and you get night vision for 30 seconds. So it doesn't last super long, but it's super cheap to get. Instead of making a potion, that's why these things are great. And let me just look. So cocaine. What happens if we grab one cocaine? Let's just wait for the night vision to finish and we'll drink. I really feel that cocaine's not going to be good for us because if it's like in real life, cocaine is really not good. Let's wait for the night vision to end. 2, 1, 0, and let's try the cocaine. Oh, that's not good. So it's giving me speed, but nausea. Wow. Okay, so if I have to run away from mob, this is amazing. So imagine you're in a situation where a mob is about to kill you. You can just go full blast speed on him and run away, but whew, I'm going to turn away from the screen for a second because this nausea effect, oh, it's going to last 138 minutes. Oh boy. And so the methamphetamine tells you what it does. The cocaine doesn't. That's kind of sad because the methamphetamine, basically, it gives you 2 hearts of damage and it gives you nausea for 40 seconds and speed for 60 seconds. So cocaine is a better version, well, better. It's a stronger version of methamphetamine. And now, wow, I regret doing this. So guys, I'm just going to go in the corner right here and let's talk. Can we look at the book? Oh yeah, we can look at the book. That's much better. So now we've done carrot. The next one is fuel is a pumping engine, which wants us to make methyl methacrylate. Who knows if this is worth it or not, but this book you seem to follow the demand you make it. And this wants us to make methyl methacrylate, and it's going to give us 10 aluminum ingot, 20 redstone, a star container, or cocoa bean, or instanium, or glowstone. Don't care about the glowstone, don't care about the cocoa bean. The star container, let's look at the recipe for a star container while we're waiting to stop being sick. So star container, right here, can be made with 2 obsidian, 4 iron, and 2 diamonds, so that's way too cheap to pick that. We're going to pick the instanium because instanium, you remember, is equal to 1 ender pearl. So we're going to pick that for sure, but while we're waiting to stop being sick, let's look at after the pearls. We should just make diamonds with Minechem, just because, or I don't know, just to do it because this book is telling you to. And we need 27 carbon nanotube. And carbon nanotube, I told you how expensive it was, that's why I picked this. So now we need to make 7. So 7 times 4 stacks, so we need 28 stack of carbon now. The cellulose does get some carbon, so let's just take a quick look here. We've got 11 stacks, so we're really close. Let's break down some cellulose to get some carbon. What else? This is also good for tannic acid, is also good for carbon, so let me put that instead. If I can keep my cellulose, it might be better for other thing. So this is getting me some more glucose and some more gallic acid, which is also more carbon. So all in all, this is going to go super well. Let me grab the book. It's probably in here. And let me just come here and select the carbon nanotube and put that in. Carbon nanotube. Perfect. So now we can start grabbing some stack of carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2. And 1. So now we have 1. We have 21. Let's grab 2 more stack in here. 1, 2. So that's going to make another one. So that's 22. Let's put the cellulose in, which is going to give us more carbon. So all of these are giving us 6 carbon per. These are giving us 7 carbon per. So no, I should break this down first. This is what's going to give us the most carbon. And while we're waiting for this to decompose, let's look at some other quests because that's going to take a while. So then we're going to want to make slime ball. Who you gonna call? This time I slime him. So let's look at slime ball. Let's get ready for it because we're going to get there anyway. We can make slime ball with a cheese curd, 4 cactus green, 4 sugar, or the Minechem way with polymethyl methacrylate. Oh, polymethyl methacrylate. 3 methyl. Okay, so we needed to make the methyl methacrylate. So let's look at the recipe for the methyl methacrylate. We need 3 methyl iron, 2 carbon, 2 oxygen. The methyl iron, how do you get? Let me just check if there's something quickly we can decompose for it. Oh, what was that? The methyl methacrylate, of course. So it's 1C3H. So let's make, we're going to need how many of these? Let's look again. We're going to need 3 methyl methacrylate to do this. And to make methyl methacrylate, we need 3 of these. So 3 times 3, we need 9 of these. So we need to make 9 of these. So 9 carbon and 21 hydrogen. Let me just see if I can make another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let me put this in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's grab whatever we can. I'm going to remove the book, and we're going to say 1 carbon, and I'm going to grab a stack of hydrogen and 3 hydrogen. 1, 2, 3, which is going to give us this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, 8, 9. We're also going to register it in the chemist book. Perfect. And now we're going to need to use this with what? Made from this, which is made from 3 of these, which is made from 2 more carbon, 3 with 2 carbon, 2 oxygen. Whoa, oxygen. See, I told you guys I better prepare some oxygen because I knew I was going to run out. And why is there... Oh, my 3 cans are empty. That's so dumb. Let's go put a can right here. Well, that's bad. So I told you guys I had to be careful, and then I turn around and I am 0 careful. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. And we need oxygen again, and oxygen 1, 2. Let's make sure that we're still breaking down stuff here. See, head stop. Let's make all of these into the 3 methyl methacrylate, and let's claim that reward. Let's pick the Einsteinium. We're going to run and put it in the radiation decay leaded chest right now because I'm not ready to make an... Oh, am I ready? I think I had 16. Let me check. If I have 16 carbon carbonate, oh yeah, I have 64. So I'm going to make the ender pearl right now, and I'm going to use the book. So this is how you make an ender pearl. Oh, since I have the book here, no, there's no reason to scan this. It's not a composed material, and I didn't grab the 16. Now I have the 16, so let's put 1 in here to now to make this, and let's take the book, and from the book we're going to choose the ender pearl, and again we're going to click this in, click this and that, and get our 1 ender pearl. Perfect. Let's remove the book. Let's do 1, 2, 3. Let's make our polymethyl methacrylate right now. Let's record it into the book, and now let's see where we're at with the carbon nanotube, if we can finish that or not, because that's the next step for us. So pick up all the carbon, all of it. Let's refill this with the maximum we can. Let's grab the extra carbon, and let's see how much carbon this is giving us. The 27 is, it's just a time-consuming thing. It's not a problem to... Oh, it's not 16, it's 8. I should put that away. Okay, so it's not a problematic one, it's just a time-consuming one. Let's put the 8 here, and we're at 26. Oh, we're missing 1. So 1 stack. Is this enough? Please tell me it's enough. So I have 1. Let's remove the C, the H, and the O. We don't need them. Let's put them in here. And now we have 1, 2. I need a stack and a couple. So 1 stack, and just this should be enough. This and that, and yes, perfect. We finished that. That's amazing. So another quest completed. Carbon nanotube, 27 of 27, which is going to give us 69 Einsteinium. This is huge. Let me go hide it in here, and we're going to have to take care of it quickly before decay, but again, this is huge. Let's make this gold. Let's pick up the book and make the gold. No, that's not gold, that's silver. So that's 4 silver. Let's record the silver in the book. And I forgot to record the aluminum, I think. So aluminum's recorded now. Let's record the redstone. I don't think we're going to make redstone, but let's record it. Can I record the tin? No, tin has nothing. Perfect. So with the carbon nanotube, let's look at what we can do with them. So if we use 3 like this, which is basically 27, it's going to give us a block of diamond. And with 4 stack, it's going to give us the poly tool, which is going to be super useful. We're going to need it later. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We can't remove one. Oh, I'm misclicking today. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And let's make the block of diamond. We don't need to. I'm just making it to get it in the book. So guys, the reason it shows you that, it's super important. You're going to need a lot of diamonds for other things. And look at my tree farm and look at all of this, which all gives us cellulose. And also this all gives us carbon, sorry. Cellulose gives us carbon, this ends up giving us carbon. So if we start breaking down these two resources by the mass, we're going to be able to make a ton of diamond. That's what Minechem is all about, making the resource you need. Then the who you're going to call wants us to make 1 slime ball. I don't know if you remember, but the 1 slime ball was the thing that we made. Where is it? This 1 polymethyl methacrylate in the center. So let's make the 1 slime ball and let's record it to the book. Perfect. And that's how you get slime ball. So that's pretty important. We get a 10 silicon dioxide, 64 gold, 64 silver, or again, no choice. We have to take the reward bag, which is crap again. I'm hoping to get super lucky one day and get that 1 reward bag that's worth it. Oh, these tin canister, I've been keeping them. Why? Simple. Throw them in here and you get some tin. And see, it's getting me a lot of tin. So that's 4 ingot. So 4, 8, and 2 more ingot. So that's how you get tin. It's one of those tricks for getting some tin in this pack. Though the tin we're going to need for the rocket. Oh. What? Click and 16, and let's grab all of that tin. And again, let's record it in the book because that's how we're going to get our main source of tin, which is why I'm keeping those all the time. So now let's look at the book once more. And we have completed, I told you we were going to complete this whole side except the how much cobble, but I forgot that in the end, this the nether quartz, you need soul sand. So next episode, we're going to make our soul sand setup. Just like we did in Forever Stranded, and we have 25 sands. Oh, my dirt was here. We have 25 sands that we can transform into soul sand, and we're going to sieve the soul sand, and we're going to get all of the nether quartz. And I forgot to refill this. So in the next episode, we're going to do the nether sand. We're also going to start making better setup in the base, better automation, because this is, I call this automated automation, but it's semi-automated automation. And the reason it's only semi is that I'm not inputting and outputting. Although, wait. Oh boy, am I not fast sometimes. Let me go upstairs. That's one of the reasons why I took the extra extraction node. They're in the reward, I think. Yeah. I'm going to need only 2. I'm going to go back downstairs and I'm going to resolve this right now. Because this is really simple to automate. It's just really a question of me derping. Let me grab 1 better barrel and we're going to go right here. And we're going to set this on top here. We're going to set that on the side right here. We're going to set this to extract. And where's my barrel? I'm going to jump to put my barrel on top. And now I can start moving this in here like so, and put my extraction right here, and it's going to keep this filled always. So again, it's going to do the annoyance back and forth because it's not a block extraction, but it stops once it's full, I think. Let me make 1 chest. Well, 1 chest. I'm going to make 4 chests just because it's easier. I love that recipe. I love the fact that you just go around like this, and voila, you get 4 chests. And there's no point putting more than 1 chest here, and I'm going to explain to you why. Even if I put 2 chests, there's one issue with the Relocator. It will only fill the bottom part of the chest. It will never put anything here. So if you make it that way, if you always put it in the second one, the one advantage you have is that once in a while you can go here and click this and it moves it upstairs. But you see, it starts filling here again. So now this is fully automated except for the filling of that. So whenever this is empty, at that point, once I'm done with the gravel, with the moon rock, I think I'm going to switch to gravel because it's going to start giving me gold and stuff like that. So guys, like I said, in the next episode, we're going to set a normal farm, a soul sand farm. We're going to try and organize the base a bit better. And because this episode was super long, I'm just going to tag a small 5-minute time lapse. And the small 5-minute time lapse is basically going to be to get my stuff ready, like harvest this and put it in a better location in a way that I prefer, and start mass producing this. So guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now!